So Cuatro Ciénegas is an amazing oasis in the northern Mexico desert. And we discovered that it has held life since probably the Archean, that's a very long time ago. And I will tell you, fast track this amazing adventure. Well, Cuatro Ciénegas is the place with more living stromatolites in the world, and the more diverse living stromatolites in the world is not Australia, is Cuatro Ciénegas. And these are freshwater stromatolites that repeat the early life on Earth. And what really repeats the early life on Earth is not the fossil record of stromatolites, but these living microbial mats. Here, I hope you can see my arrow. This is the first metabolism ever recorded, 4.1 billion years ago, and these are the methanogens that eat CO2 from the atmosphere and along with hydrogen from the rocks make small sugars. Then is the metabolism of sulfur that is extraordinarily rich and diverse. In a world of sulfur and volcanoes, that was the key. And then this purple and green layer here is the miracle of light. Life evolves to use light, to use photons in order to make sugar with that energy. And here the purple evolved photosystem 1 and the green sulfur bacteria evolved the photosystem 2. And together in one event of recombination, they make the cyanobacteria lineage, the only ones capable of breaking the water with the energy of the sun and liberating oxygen bubble by bubble, transforming the destiny of Earth forever. And here on top of these little ones are fungi and protozoa and all kind of eukaryotic ancient life. And then here we have a plant and my fingers. So in this picture, we have the story of life on Earth, recapitulated in a humble piece of mud that lives in Cuatro Ciénegas. And the lineages that are making this metabolism happen are as ancient as the evolution of this metabolism. So this place is amazing. And how we know that? Because we sequence the creatures, the ones that we can grow in a petri dish are very few, for example, these bacilli. And when we isolate 2,000 strains from Cuatro Ciénegas and we date with molecular clock, their 16S is what makes the protein possible. That's in the ribosomes. So when we date that, we found that these bacilli that need oxygen evolved when the first animals made the first burrows, eating the stromatolites when Rodinia, a supercontinent, broke 800 million years ago. So these are the witness of the Earth turning blue. And then we have that all those richness, all those story, all those metabolisms are stored in this mountain. This mountain that looks like a Star Wars ship has the gene pool of the past alive in little caves of clay inside its midst. And it has that because it has fire, magmatic fire, an anomaly of magmatic fire in the belly, deep down. Here is where two supercontinents broke, Rodinia and Pangaea, and the history of life was rewritten thanks to those breakage. And this magmatic fire makes the water goes up and down, carrying with it the bacteria that are in their way and seeding the ponds of Cuatro Ciénegas with all this microbial life that has survived it all. So the hypothesis is that these magmatic fires hit the water and then water goes up through all the geological layers, carry with them the minerals and the stories of those microbes that are alive inside the mountain, and they feed the poza, and then they go down and feed the wetland. And this going up and down has been going for billions of years. And that's amazing. However, this amazing place has been drained by human might since 100 years, first slowly, and then in the 70s deeply. This canal extracts 90% of the water every day from the wetland. And this water is not any water. It's a very special water that has minerals that are similar to Mars and similar to early Earth. So it's not just tap water. And so this water goes all the way to Monclova, 80 kilometers away. And this canal goes mostly here and this canal here. So we needed to close the canals. We needed to change society. We needed to transform the way we view water in the desert, because my field site, that was a very pretty lagoon, very unique, where we found the ancient bacillus that were witness of the earth turning blue, disappeared in 1916, in 2016, sorry. And now they have trees on top. So we have to change society through the kids. We convinced the big producers of milk, Lala, that they were doing wrong, that they should not damage Cuatro Ciénegas, and that was the due of the daughter of the CEO of Lala. And they changed the diet of their cows. They don't use Cuatro Ciénegas alfalfa. But more important, they are paying the education, the environmental education of the kids from kindergarten to ninth grade through art. And we have been working with the high schoolers since 2004. And that work with the high schoolers have produced a molecular lab in their high school in Cuatro Ciénegas. And they are the example of the Nagoya Treaty in Mexico. And that means that they are the owners of their genetic resources. They are exploring their genetic resources, and they are making biotech for the people and for a more sustainable future. And these kids, that they have the consciousness, they have the power of science, they have gone through this workshop of art, were the tool to restore, to close the canal that took away 90% of the water of Cuatro Ciénegas. They closed their canal with their hands and restore a river that was dead for 100 years. And this is the river. See, here is the canal that takes the water away from Cuatro Ciénegas, and this is the river Reborn. However, this occurred in October 2020, and in the 5th of May of this year, some hooligans from another ejido far away, probably the last users of the water of the canal close to Monclova, destroy the handiwork of these kids and kill the river. Nevertheless, maybe the biggest miracle of all is that the 26th of March, the president of Mexico went to Cuatro Ciénegas to really show off how much of this wetland was recovered. 40 hectares were recovered by our acts in 6 months. And when I make a big scandal that the hooligans destroy our engineering, and the president of Mexico is going to take care of it. We make a lot of national news, and maybe that's the biggest miracle of all. More miracles are expected if we want to see Cuatro Ciénegas. Thank you.